Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Sales Mastery TV. I'm your host, Chadi Bazzi, a real estate coach and trainer, and I'm on a mission to help you master the art of selling so you can take more listings than you are right now, sell more homes much faster than you ever have, work less, and build a business by design. A business you absolutely love that gives you the money, time, and freedom that you deserve. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hey there, it's Chadi Bazzi, and welcome to another episode of Real Estate Success Mastery TV, where we deliver a brand new episode straight to your mobile device, to your computer, etc. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, giving you all the tactics, strategies, and tools for you to really take your business to a whole new level. Now, today's episode is going to be revolved around a very specific question that I get from almost every real estate agent I come in contact with. It's like the question on the mind of all the real estate agents out there that haven't really mastered this area of their business. And the question is, Chadi, what is the perfect daily schedule for me to follow? And the reason they ask that question is because they feel like they are lacking structures. They feel like they are lacking systems. They feel like they are all over the place. And it's like each day they wake up and it's like they have an idea of what it is that they need to do. But because they don't have that structure in place, it just simply doesn't get done. So I'm always asked the question is, Chadi, what is that perfect schedule? Please give me a schedule to follow. Let me follow that schedule. And I think one of the reasons that a lot of real estate agents fall into that trap is simply because, you are like, if you're working in a corporate environment or if you're working for somebody, they give you that structure, they give you that schedule, and you have no option but to follow that schedule. But because you are now an entrepreneur and you are your own boss, it's like you kind of feel like you need that. You either miss someone telling you what to do, you miss that structure, you feel like you need that structure. And that is really the power of coaching and the power of mentorship. That's why a lot of people turn to coaching and turn to having a mentor, because in essence, that coach or that mentor could serve, beyond the conscious awareness, unconsciously as their boss telling them what to do, and they get more done. So let me go ahead and answer the question. The question is, again, what is the perfect schedule for me to follow every single day? Now, this will be the answer to about approximately 80% of the people that are watching this video and or listening to this podcast. This is going to be the perfect schedule for you. The other 20%, based on circumstance, obstacles, challenges, marketplace, how many years in the business, good habits, bad habits, etc., it may be irrelevant for you. But for 80% of you out there, this is the perfect schedule that I would follow every single day. This is the schedule that I push my clients to follow on a daily basis. And I'm going to give it to you in the order of importance, okay? So the first thing I say to my coaching clients is, look, we got to run this business like a business. And in order for us to do that, we have to begin work at a specific time every single day. Just like, you're checking into your corporate job, etc. You open the doors to that business every day at a specific time. Okay, so now I'm going to back up a little bit and I'm going to say you also have to run your life in a specific way for you to be able to have a lot of power when you get to work. So the first thing that I want you to put in your schedule is a very powerful morning routine. So the first thing that goes in your schedule every single day is something that you do to work on your mind. Something that you do to work on your mind. And I'm not going to get into the whole entire mindset of a champion conversation right here. You could, there's a ton of videos on my website. If you, on chadibazzi.com, if in the search box, you just put in the word mindset, something will show up there to work with you on your mind. Okay. So the first thing I want you to do is, commit to every day waking up at a specific time. And the first thing that you follow in your schedule, like your schedule doesn't begin when you get to work. Your schedule begins when you wake up each and every single morning. So the first thing I want you to do as soon as you wake up every single day is do something to work on your mind. Work on your mind, because your mind is going to control everything else for the rest of the day. The second thing in your schedule to work on is going to be your body. Do something to work on your body. Now, I'm not asking you to become a bodybuilder and lift weights and all that stuff. That could be what you want to do. And if that's what you want to do, I applaud you. Good for you. No, no harm, no foul. So the only thing is, I just want you to get that body moving. Do something. I don't care. It could be jump ropes. It could be a walk around the block. It could be, running on a treadmill. It could be, just you stretching. Do something to give yourself that vitality, to give yourself, that energy, to get the blood flowing. So number one, we said work in your mind. Number two, we said work in your body. And then obviously the personal stuff of getting ready and all that good stuff. So you do what you need to do there. The third thing in your schedule is to work on your skill set. Work on your skill set. You got to have a block of time in your schedule to work on your skill set. Okay, I'm going to speak about that for a moment or so. This is a very, 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 very critical point. Okay, it's so critical. Before I give you the point, just want to remind you that on Thursday, August the 14th, I'm doing a live training webinar where I'm going to cover how you could sharpen your axe, how you could become a master of influence and sharpen the skill set so you can convert more people, from a lead to a contract very, very, very quickly. And, depending on when you're listening or watching to this video, I do these trainings every single month. You can simply go to chadibazzi.com. There's always going to be something on there where you can register for a free training webinar on sales training. So we said the third thing is to work on your skill set, and this is critically important. Let me tell you why. A lot of you out there are spending a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of energy doing something to bring a lead, to bring in a lead. And the leads do come in, and you have, a bunch of leads. Like I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was like, how many leads do you have? And he's like, I have 16 leads. I was like, well, first of all, good for you that you have 16 leads. How long you been working with those leads? Well, he's like, I've been working with those leads for a very long time. And this is exactly why I say to you, the third most important thing to be in your schedule is for you to begin to work on your skill set. Because when you have too many leads, it simply means a couple of different things. It simply means, number one, that the quality of the lead is very poor. And if the quality of the lead is very poor, it's simply as a result of you having poor selling skills. Your skills are not strong enough to weed out the poor leads and only work with the good leads. And if you still have a lot of leads, again, it's because you have poor selling skills and you're not converting the leads fast enough. Okay, so lead conversion, you want to convert more of your leads and or you want to convert more of your leads a lot faster, you got to be working on your skill set every single day. And here's what I'm going to tell you. He or she that has the better skill set is he or she that's beating you on the listing appointments you're going out. Is he or she that's writing up an offer on the buyer that you may be working with. All right, so look. The third most important thing is to do something every single day to sharpen your axe and work on your skill set. Excuse me for a second. Good thing I got a bottle of water right here. All right, so let's move on to number 4. The fourth most important thing in your schedule is lead generation. Lead generation. You got to do something every single day to generate leads no matter what. Now remember, the third was to work on the skill because the skill is more important than the lead generation. Because the better your skill is, the more effective you are at lead generation. So number 4 is the lead generation. And I'm not going to get into the specifics of, what kind of lead generation you're going to be doing. If there's 10 people watching this video right here, the definition of lead generation is something completely different to them. And what one person would do, the other person would argue to not do, etc. So that's a whole nother video about lead generation that we will do. But for the sake of answering the question on, what should the perfect schedule consist of every single day and in what order, this is the order. So lead generation. And then the next thing after lead generation is lead follow-up. Okay, so look, we're going in an order right now. We're working on our mind. We're working on our body to have the energy. We're working on our skill set and then lead generation. And as a result of doing all these things that we put on our schedule so far, guess what? We are going to generate leads. So the next thing to do is lead follow-up. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that will do the lead follow-up before they do the lead generation. And what happens is in their lead follow-up, the lead is taking them to the right, to the left, taking them in a completely different direction, or the lead may turn into no more lead, or you find out that your lead bought from someone else, or that your lead listed with someone else. All of a sudden, you ruined your mindset, and you're either not going to do your lead generation, or you're going to be very ineffective with your lead generation. That's why I want you to do everything in the order I'm telling you to do it right now. All right, so we said number 4 is lead generation, number 5 is lead follow-up, number 6 is appointments. Number 6 is going on appointments, and there's really nothing to say about that other than, look, in your schedule, based on what time you wake up, that decides, what time you're doing each and every single activity. So, for example, if your lead generation is being done, let's say between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m., if it is being done between 8 and 10 a.m., then between 8 and 10 a.m., you shouldn't be doing lead follow-up, and you definitely shouldn't be scheduling any appointments. You definitely should not be scheduling any appointments in the time that you are to be doing your lead generation, etc. So your appointment time is your appointment time. Now, there's always the question of, Chadi, what do I do if I don't have any appointments? Well, you simply pick up the phone and make more phone calls, and or you go door knock. Like, for example, is there an expired in your marketplace that you can go door knock on? Go knock on them. We'll consider that an appointment. Is there for sale by owner that wants to sell? Go knock on their door. We'll consider that an appointment because it's a face-to-face, belly-to-belly meeting. So that's one way to create an appointment. So if you don't have any appointments, you can do more prospecting. You can go door knocking. You can call up a past client. You can do a drop-by to a past client and or a center of influence. You can do any of that. Okay. And the final thing in your schedule is time for negotiations. Time for negotiations. Now, I know the majority of real estate agents out there, the moment that an offer comes in, it's time to negotiate. They drop their lead generation. They drop everything, and they run to negotiate that contract. Look, I want you to negotiate that contract, but what if you negotiate that contract and that contract does not go through? Well, you've wasted your time on lead follow-up. You've wasted your time on lead generation, and it's just a day that's wasted. So you got to take responsibility for that, and that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother video, a whole nother episode on Real Estate Success Master TV that we'll do in the future. So here's a recap. If you control your schedule, or when you begin to control your schedule, you begin to control your business, you begin to control your life, and you begin to have more balance, more abundance, and more freedom in your life and in your business. So it is your responsibility. What should be in your schedule and in what order should be in your schedule, you now have. And here's the recap. First and most important thing you do every single day is work on your mind. Put that in your schedule. Second most important thing you work on every single day that should be in your schedule is for you to do some physical work on your body to build up your body vitality energy. The third most important thing that should be in your schedule is for you to do something to sharpen your axe and develop the right and most powerful selling skills, periodly. The fourth most important thing is for you to do some form of lead generation to bring in some leads. The next thing is a block of time, minimum one block of time in your schedule for lead follow-up. And I say minimum because I'm going to do a video about lead follow-up in the next 1 week, because that's a whole nother conversation. Everything I'm talking about is a whole other conversation, and I'll do a video about those in the next month, every single one of those topics. So lead follow-up, after lead follow-up, time for appointments, and then time for negotiations. That's it for today. That is the message. Follow your schedule, create the schedule, follow your schedule, create the life and business of your dreams. That is part of the formula and the secret of the many secrets of success that's out there. So as always, if I've delivered enough value for you on this video, then my request is that you give me a 5-star rating and a positive review on iTunes. The show notes, as always, will be on chadibazzi.com. And if there's someone else that you feel would benefit from this video, please pass that video on to them. And if you have any questions about anything that's covered today, or anything that's covered, or anything that you want me to cover in a future episode, simply go to resmquestions.com. Until then, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.